Hey there YouTube lovers, my name is BB8 and today I am going to review Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Now I have to admit, this is my first time experiencing Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, and my first time even reviewing a Kirby game on the channel. And it's been a while since I've done a retro review on the channel. The last time I did one was back in April when we did Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. And it's been a while for something that isn't a remake to be added to GBA, Switch Online. Of course I've not beat Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade yet, but I'll get to that in a different video. But with the addition of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror to Game Boy Advance and Nintendo Switch Online, I thought, why not review Kirby and the Amazing Mirror? So, I will get my review for Fire Emblem and the Blazing Blade out by the time the year ends. And I am playing Persona 5 Royal as well, which is a 100-hour game, from what I've been hearing, since I'm about 29 hours in. And my review for Persona 5 Royal will be coming in 2024, before Persona 3 Reload, which is the remake of Persona 3. But enough about what's on the horizon. Today is all about Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? For the gameplay, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror took a departure from the usual Kirby formula by embracing a Metroidvania style of gameplay. And if you are familiar with games like Metroid Fusion and Metroid Prime Remastered, both which I played earlier in the year, you'll find it easy to get into. The game map branches out into various directions, which Kirby can explore in any order that the player desires. As long as he has the right abilities, he can unlock new areas. But if I'm going to be brutally honest, I was not expecting a Metroidvania type game within Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. But it keeps me going until I get to play another Metroid game like Metroid Prime 2 and 3, then I'll take it. In this game, you embark on a journey across different worlds, solving puzzles and battling enemies, as well as collecting essential items. Occasionally, you will stumble upon sub-bosses that lock the screen until you defeat them. Swallowing a sub-boss afterward often rewards you with rare or exclusive copy abilities. Additionally, the game features rest areas that provide a moment of respite on your adventure. One of the game's interesting but somewhat underutilized features is the cell phone. While it allows for quick travel to the hub and summoning computer-controlled Kirbys, I feel like the cell phone feature was a missed opportunity in my opinion. But if we were to get a remake of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror on Nintendo's next console, Nintendo could revamp the cell phone's capabilities to enhance the gameplay, level design, and storytelling. Throughout your adventure, you can collect various items to boost your in-game performance, including extra health points, lives, and food for healing. Music sheets and spray paint add a layer of customization and audio enjoyment. Additionally, the game offers 3 mini-games, being Speed Eaters, Crackety Hack, and Kirby's Wave Ride. adding even more value to the package. And Kirby and the Amazing Mirror doesn't stop at just single player, because the game does have multiplayer as well if you connect multiple Game Boy Advances to each other, or if you connect it with your friends over Nintendo Switch Online. You can actually play together. And this feature does add a cooperative dimension to the game, making it more enjoyable with friends. And the game introduces some new copy abilities such as Cupid, Missile, and Smash, each bringing its own set of unique powers and gameplay mechanics. These abilities add variety to the gameplay and give Kirby fans something fresh to experience. For the story, in the boundless skies of Dreamland, a mystical realm known as the Mirror World drifted silently. Its secrets known to only a few, it was a place where dreams were reflected, and any wish, no matter how profound or whimsical, could make a manifest by merely gazing into the enchanted mirror that hung in the heart of this ethereal realm. Yet, as with all power, there was a dark side to this extraordinary place. One fateful day, a tranquil equilibrium of the mirror world was shattered as the malevolent presence veiled the enigma, seized control, and an unknown force, like a shadowy whisper, infiltrated the mirror's depths, imprinting itself upon the realm's very essence, turning wishes into curses. In Dreamland, a valiant knight known as Meta Knight perceived this ominous shift and resolved to venture into the skies and confront the malevolent force that is now gripped to the mirror world. With a heart unyielding and a trusty sword in hand, Meta Knight soared into the heavens, determined to restore the balance to the sacred realm. Meanwhile, far below, the ever-lovable Kirby ambled through Dreamland, completely unaware of the impending peril, and just as the azure skies began to darken, a foreboding figure emerged before him, Dark Meta Knight. Before Kirby could muster a response, a malicious doppelganger of Meta Knight struck with the startling precision, slicing Kirby into 4 distinct, vibrant coloured entities. The quartet of Kirbys, now divided and undaunted, leaped onto the warp stars and chased after Dark Meta Knight. Guided by their indomitable spirits and wavering determination, a burst of stellar energy, they soared through the heavens and passed through the barrier into the twisted realm of the mirror world. As the Kirbys traversed the otherworldly landscape, a disturbing revelation unveiled itself. 2 Meta Knights clashed in a narrowing battle, and their blades clashing with fierce intensity until one fell. The victorious Dark Meta Knight, fueled by his malevolent intent, cast his defeated foe into the enchanted mirror. With cold calculation, he shattered the mirror into 8 fragment pieces, dispersing them across the vast expanse of the mirror world. The 4 Kirbys, now aware of the dire situation, united their strength to gather all 8 of the mirror fragments. With each fragment they retrieved, they grew closer to the ultimate confrontation of Dark Meta Knight, the malevolent puppeteer behind the realm's corruption. And once the final shard was obtained, Kirby took a deep breath and stepped into the mirror, transcending the boundary between worlds. And in the heart of the mirror world, the climatic battle between Kirby and Dark Meta Knight erupted in a dazzling display of valor and determination. But their struggle was only a prelude to the true evil lurking within the depths of the mirror, Dark Mind. This malevolent entity, concealed by the shadows, revealed itself as the true orchestrator of the mirror world's desolation. Kirby faced off against Dark Mind in multiple fierce battles, each one pushing his limits and testing his mettle. Finally, with the triumphant strike, Kirby vanquished the nefarious Dark Mind, freeing the mirror world from its corrupting grasp. The skies cleared, and the realm was restored to its former tranquility. Amid the jubilation, Shadow Kirby, once seen in the adversary, emerged as an ally, and waved his goodbyes to the 4 Kirbys as they returned to their own world, one by one. Meta Knight, before departing the mirror world, solemnly placed his legendary Master Sword, a symbol of protection within the realm. The story of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is not an original story, since I have seen plots involving the main character gathering pieces in a video game before. But with the Amazing Mirror taking the Kirby approach a bit different, making the game more complex than linear. But Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, in my opinion, had a decent plot. For the summary, the gameplay, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror stands out for its blend of Metroid and Kirby elements, offering a fresh with intricate puzzle building and complex world design. Fans of the Metroid series will likely find themselves hooked with this title. However, the gameplay does have its major flaw, and that's with the cell phone feature feeling somewhat underutilized and some level design issues, except for 2 notable instances where players can summon 3 other Kirbys for assistance and return to the Rainbow Root hub. The graphics, I'm going to give an 8.1 out of 10, because for a Game Boy Advance game, the fantastic world design is highlighted, and I believe it's the best looking sprite-based Kirby game. The story, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. The story in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror was a decent story, but nothing unique. Because I wasn't the biggest fan of Dark Mind as a villain, despite the little screen time he gets within the game. And I found Act 1 of his boss fight to be a bit repetitive, since we were beating him up in his mirror form over and over again, which I felt like the final boss was a bit repetitive until we finally reached the second act. Since I'm always looking for a great villain when I'm playing a game, unfortunately, Dark Mind was a mediocre villain with wasted potential in my opinion. And I would have enjoyed the story more if they gave him more time on screen. For the characters, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. The game does have its fair share of enemies and bosses, which are fun to fight, but the main villain being Dark Mind was the biggest weakness because his potential was wasted. But if they were to remake Kirby and the Amazing Mirror in the future, there is a lot they can fix about Dark Mind. And Master Hand and Crazy Hand from Super Smash Bros. Make a fun cameo in it. That's a positive. The sound design, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I really like the sound design in this game because it manages to stay authentic to the Kirby series. Even if Star Allies was mediocre, with the Switch era being a bit rough for Kirby in my opinion, I've not played Forgotten Land, Dream Buffet, or Return to Dreamland Deluxe as I've recorded this, so I can't have valid opinions on either of those games. But Kirby Star Allies was a bit mediocre in my opinion, and the sound design in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror was really good. The difficulty, I'm going to give it a moderate, emphasizing the occasional challenges of navigating the map, especially without the map pieces. It offers a comprehensive view of this beloved retro title. The length, I'm going to give it 7 hours. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror may not be a particularly long game, but it offers 7 hours of enjoyable gameplay. And this is typical of Kirby games, known for their relatively short length, while still delivering a fantastic and unique gameplay experience. The audience, I'm going to give it a 7+. For our younger viewers, this video is suitable for ages 7 and up. The game's content is free from graphic violence, making it a safe choice for younger players. However, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror does contain Kirby's Smash Melee moveset, which can be unleashed when he inhales Master Hand. While the game itself is family friendly, this Smash Bros connection adds an extra layer of excitement for fans of the franchise, and it is important that Super Smash Bros is rated PEGI 12 in the UK, and this crossover element brings a hint of Smash Bros into the Kirby world. For the perk, I'm going to give it the Play Then Sell perk. While Kirby and the Amazing Mirror may not be at forefront of the retro collector's checklist, alongside titles like Metroid Fusion, The Legend of Zelda The Minish Cap, and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror still holds a place for me as a unique Kirby game, as this game offers a unique and enjoyable twist on the Kirby franchise, setting itself apart from the rest. Although it might not be the crown jewel of a retro game collection, it still certainly has a charm of its own that makes it worth playing. And what makes Kirby and the Amazing Mirror stand out is its distinctive gameplay and the concept of an interconnected game world. A novelty in the Kirby series, as at the time of its release, the game's premise involves players navigating a mirror world which is filled with intricate mazes and a diverse array of enemies. and the cooperative multiplayer element is also a notable feature, allowing players to team up and explore this intriguing world together, emphasizing the cooperative aspect of the Kirby games. As you delve into this remarkable adventure, you can't help but wish that the developers would explore the amazing mirror a bit more, because the potential for more captivating Kirby experiences with similar gameplay mechanics become evident as I progress through the game. The imaginative level design and the ability to mix and match abilities for creative solutions offer a fresh and engaging experience that is different from other titles of the franchise. But in the world of retro game collecting, the value of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror may not be as high as some of more iconic Game Boy Advance titles, but however, it is intrinsic entertainment value cannot be denied. While it may not make my collection as a showstopper if I was to get into retro game collecting, it's a game that you can pick up and enjoy without worrying about its market price. In essence, it may not be a top tier Game Boy Advance title because of Dark Mind, the main villain, but it certainly offers a fun and memorable gaming experience that appeals to the nostalgic, curious alike. And overall, I give Kirby and the Amazing Mirror a 7.3 out of 10. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror might not have secured the top spot in my list of Game Boy Advance titles, but it undeniably offers a refreshing and unique take on the Kirby franchise. And this game seamlessly merges elements of two beloved gaming worlds and the adventurous exploration of Metroid and the whimsical charm of Kirby. Among Game Boy Advance titles on Nintendo Switch Online, excluding remakes, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror claims the 4th place spot within my ranking of the GBA Switch Online collection, and it is essential to address the significant drawback of this otherwise enjoyable experience: the main villain. Unfortunately, the main antagonist falls short for me, failing to deliver the level of engagement and excitement that the game deserves. Despite this setback, I found myself thoroughly immersed in the world of the Amazing Mirror, enjoying the creative fusion of Kirby's signature gameplay with Metroid's exploration elements, and it's a testament to the game's overall quality that even with this drawback, I still had a great deal of fun navigating the colourful and imaginative landscapes of Kirby's unique adventure. So guys, what did you think of my review for Kirby and the Amazing Mirror? This is my last review video in a row. Since this is my 5th review video in a row, since I've already written a new Foes Appeared 90, and I will be recording it over the weekend. Hopefully, finally out for Tuesday, and more retro reviews will be coming by the time the year ends. So, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notification bell on so you don't miss another review video like this one. And I will see you all in a future review video. BB8 out.